What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Football Capital, and this is another transfer talk. I am joined with Seba, so it is just going to be a Manchester United, bit of a chat.
Bit of a shit talk.
What's not happening? What is happening?
How we feel about the future, the uncertainty of our lives, everything that's going wrong, what could possibly go right. I don't know, bro. Look, to be honest, Butcher, I broke your balls a bit. I wanted to have this chat. It's not too in depth about exactly what's happening, bro. But I just thought, whenever we do get together with a few drinks, when we got a birthday or whatever, we always end up having a good chat. So we got these ready.
Corona,
well. Sponsored by the virus and the Irish.
And the Irish, let's see.
Cheers, Butch. Let's talk.
Yeah, look, bro. Man United. It's all about what business we're not doing at the moment.
Yep. Which is we're kind of used to at this point in the transfer window.
Yeah, but to be honest, the way I look at it, and I've spoke about it before, I believe it's a little bit different. I think this time around we got to be a little bit more patient. All the restructure in terms of the new scouts, new directors, and all this sort of stuff in the backroom staff. Richard Arnold has now taken over as CEO instead of Ed Woodward. So there's been a lot of change, right? And not forget the main change has been the manager.
Of course,
the main change is the manager, bro. So the way
sorry, one thing with the manager changing, is it as effective when we change so regularly? Like when our managers are changing every 2 to 3 seasons.
I think the major change is because look who we've had. All right, I know Mourinho and LVG, great managers. They've won a lot pretty much. And then we went to Oli, where we thought, okay, maybe something a bit different, a bit of the Man United DNA gets involved.
Yep.
And it didn't work out that way to what maybe he wanted to, or it could just be the simple fact he wasn't given a proper chance in terms of what players he wanted in. Did the players down tool for him as well?
Yeah.
We had Ralph come in. This guy's disciplinarian, and he's come in, and no one adapted. No one wanted to train at 5 o'clock. It was too late, too hard.
They don't get paid enough.
So you got to look at the attitude of the players as well. But now, look, I think getting Ten Hag in, it just feels like a footballing decision instead of getting that Poch because he's been to the Premier League, because the Glazers love Poch. It's like getting someone just for the sake of getting him.
Yeah, it's a name that people know. It's comfortable.
It just feels like at the moment getting Ten Hag in was a footballing decision.
Yeah.
In terms of the players, obviously we know the players. So many players left the club: Pogba, Matic, Cavani, Lingard, Mata, and then you got even
fringes like Lee Grant going,
and
Hendo out on loan, which I think is the right move for him because I don't think anyone gets a spot over the hair at the moment.
Yeah, not at the moment. So, but bro, it's an interesting one. I think for us at the moment we've got as shit as it sounds, we have to be a little bit patient and believe in. Maybe be deluded a little bit, you know what I mean, in terms of what's happening. Because the way I look at it, Seb, it's like, how many times do we get players in? We get them in, then we're like, panic buys and spent too much money.
Or for a sudden impact, kind of just a shot of adrenaline. It's almost
and that's what I mean. What do you want to see this season? Because is it about? Because I believe we're not gonna win the league. But is that what do you want to see this season?
Look, bro, I have no expectations. All right, and that sounds pretty silly as a United fan, but I think we're just going through another change, right? And it's not a small change. Like you said, all the CEO changing, all these things, man. Like the expectations from me, there's none. I almost want to shut my mouth for a year and just see what happens.
What do you want to see?
What I want to see, I think. Look, there's certain players that I want to come in to add to the group, not so much to change, instantly, but more to have a culture shift within the club and the players. And I want players that aren't kind of marquee names. I want someone, we talked off camera, I want someone like Tielemans who just puts his head down, does work, and he's done well in the Premier League for his team that don't have a bunch of stars in it already. And I think that someone like him can complement the players that we do have, like our Brunos, hopefully Ronaldo, should he still be around. I just think he can add in a non-egotistical way to the squad, a bit of humility and hard work again. And I think that's what the players were scared of, was the extra hard work that Ralph wanted from the players.
So for you, what is it? Just bringing new players in?
We need new players, right? I think with what's happening with Ronaldo now asking to leave, I think that's a sign of him seeing changes, but not the changes that are going to effectively bring United to a higher level overall. we can get players. We've done that before.
Yeah.
I know the CEO's changed, but we've still got the same owners who I think that they're set in a certain way. They're not young guys, obviously, and I feel like it's hard to change an old person's ways. And the way that these guys run the club, they want what they want from the club, which is money. And while they do spend on big players, it's not what we need anymore. And I think that Ronaldo's identified that nothing's going to really change.
Okay, then how come they haven't gone out and got Christian Eriksen? He's a free. So they don't want to spend money. He's a free. So how come they can't get that done? Now it could be a thing of we've seen it with, let's just say, Ninkovic in the A-League, where he's gone to a rival because it's not about the legacy for him. It's about his family situation. So look at Eriksen. He might not want to come because of the family situation. So there's different factors that come into all when it comes to the transfer. Of course, but how come they can't get, all right, let's just say Ten Hag wants Martinez, get him over the line, 25 mil, 30, 36 mil. It's not big money. So
that's right. But that's what I'm saying. It's not changing though.
Yeah, but then I don't get what you mean by it's not changing, because it's like they're not splashing the massive money.
But it's not even that. I don't think even Ronaldo's situation is about splashing the big money. But I just think like the little things that we don't see that we're always speculating on, like they're doing this at the back. But
don't you think it's early to say that it's the same thing all over again?
I don't think it is, because we're still here at this point waiting for any transfers.
Yeah, but this time, any other World Cup year, it would have been the World Cup now, and everyone's still waiting for the World Cup to finish for us to sign players.
Yeah, but it's not that. The World Cup is not on.
I know, but usually that's the fact.
Yeah,
but usually that's the fact, though.
But we're still trending in the same way, bro. That's my point.
Yeah, but the thing is, Ronaldo can, at the end of the day, Ronaldo's not here for what Man United is doing. He's here for, I want to be in the Champions League, which is fair enough to him. Yeah,
but he didn't say he wants to leave to play Champions League football, correct? I don't know exactly what the words were. I don't even know if it's come out of his own mouth. I don't know where. Like, it's been said, Ronaldo wants to leave. He wants to go. Ambition and all this sort of stuff. Let's be real, bro. Let's be real. Ronaldo he plays for. I wouldn't say plays for himself in terms of when he's part of the team. Obviously, he wants to win and be a team player, but he wants the goal records for him. He wants Ballon d'Ors for him. But he wants the Champions League record goals. Do you think he signed for United thinking he's going to get the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, but these little things, that why not? It was last season. It was the back end. I don't know. They do it in a season now. It's not a calendar year anymore. The Ballon d'Or.
Yep.
I mean, you never know if he did better in the Euros, right? If he did better in the Euros, and with United, let's be honest, with United, it was, what do you call it? I was gonna say. I lost it, but like with United, we're never going to win the league.
Yeah.
Even when he was coming, even like we know that teams that win the Champions League, it's not always the best team that wins it, right?
100%.
We've seen it a few times, so there could have been hope for him to be like, maybe sneak at dodgy Champions League games. We've had all these.
Look, we all did have the hopes that we could do something in the Champions League.
He wants it for himself, bro. Ronaldo, at the end of the day, he wants to go play Champions League football. He wants to keep them goals, because that's a 1 year wasted of him not in the Champions League.
Yeah,
where someone's catching up his goal tally. That's my feeling. Now with that, even Ronaldo wants to see ambition. Even right now, as we're doing this, we have De Jong, we have Eriksen, we have Martinez, we have Anthony. We're still not winning the league. Just because you showed intent and ambition for the club to go forward, whether you sign them today or you sign them, all these players in 2 or 3 weeks' time, we're still not winning the league. And that's something that he needs to realise. And if he's here to win trophies, FA Cups and all that, it is possible.
Yeah,
it is possible. Europa League is definitely possible as well. And I can, even with our squad like this, I still believe we can win the Europa League. Because the way I'm going into this season is, it's not just about buying players, because everyone bags out Man City. Oh, they bought the league.
Bro, who cares about that?
Yeah, but that's what everyone says. Everyone says they bought the league. Well, okay. Well, what about Ten Hag has come in and goes, you know what? I think Martial, he was by what we were hearing, he was impressed with him at training.
Yeah.
So can he, like, you know what? I believe I can get the best out of Martial. I can get the best out of Sancho and Rashford.
I want that. I want that.
That's what I want to see.
I want
too.
that. 100%.
It's not just about everyone just out here saying.
But bro, I'm not here saying we need to sign all these players. But with that being said,
but that's why when I say to you, what do you expect from this season? I expect better football. I don't trophies, Europa League.
Do you expect it or do you want it?
I expect better. I do expect better football than what that.
100%. Like I think we have to play better football. It's without being said.
That's the first thing. For me, we need to. If we come fifth, which is an improvement from last year.
Of course.
If we can improve and come fifth, we can improve and not win anything again this season. But as long as the eye test tells me that there's an identity. We can see what Ten Hag wants to do. He's missing one or two more players that it's gonna come along in the window. You're not gonna get these players. You're not gonna get, like Ralph was saying, 10 players in the first window anyways. So that's what we have to be a little bit patient about. Like, we can talk about the players, star players coming in and all this stuff, but it's at the end of the day, it's what the manager wants. Like, we can't do this. Pogba deal was happening 2 years before he came. So Van Gaal wanted him.
Yeah.
Which means Mourinho didn't.
Yeah.
So you're always buying players that the manager doesn't want. As long as we can see that, okay, you're giving whatever the manager wants, you're giving it to him, or at least trying. Okay, let's be honest. They tried to go in for Darwin Núñez. Ten Hag said, look, for that price,
not worth it.
Not worth it.
And I agree.
At the same time, let's be honest, he wanted Liverpool.
Yeah.
You can't do anything. If a player wants to go to a certain club and they put in a bid for him, you can't say
But
anything
regardless
about
of that, we did right by not persisting, man. Like, we can't keep being held hostage by.
But there you go.
Clubs.
what I say to you. That's already one indication that they've changed their ways a little bit. I don't think the Glazers are involved in this type of stuff. It's the people. It's the people making the footballing decisions. Okay, it's too much. Let's not overspend and get this guy when he's not even proven.
But it's also too early to say that they have learnt, because we saw the Koulibaly situation, and only 2 weeks later we bought Maguire for more on top.
But they're different people now.
They're different people. But I'm just saying that, like, but it's, to me, I haven't seen a total shift yet. The only thing I've seen is Ten Hag has come in, and what I see is the players that we're struggling to get the Young, right. I don't think that he's that optimistic on coming to Old Trafford in the first place, and that for me is a red flag. But we're still persisting with it. All right. That to me, we're not changing our ways that much. Yeah, and how much are we going to end up having to pay for this guy? Like, it's yet to be seen.
55 mil.
All right, it's not the worst, right? But it's still a lot of money, and I think that
you're paying what they did for Fred. So they're already, for a player like that, they already changed their ways. They're already indication that they're changing their ways in terms of what we want to spend for a player. Now, yes, he wants to stay at Barcelona.
Yeah.
There's no hiding from that. He wants to stay. He loves the club, but the club want to get rid of him. Ten Hag wants to. It's his number one target. Now, if there was no chance of us, like there was no chance of getting him, if he definitely said no chance, then they would have backed off. The fact that their terms have been agreed, right? It's just that all it is. It's pretty much, from what we know, it's pretty much a done deal. All they're working out is the add-on structure. So how are the add-ons going to be paid? What Barcelona want the add-ons to be individual based. So if he gets 10 appearances, where United want it to be, if he wins something with the team, then the bonuses come in.
But why can't we be telling this club, like you said it yourself, Barca don't want him anymore, right? They want to offload him. They need money. They literally need money.
But they need a certain amount. So they're not budging, and then it becomes a back and forth. And if Barcelona want these Lewandowskis and all these other players that they were Rafinhas and
they have to offload players.
Jules Koundé, they have to offload players.
I just don't see how it could be so hard for us, man. Hard for us. Like a deal in this situation. You say all these things like they want him to go. You know, he's played for Ten Hag. A lot of things line up for a good transfer, but it's just taken too long.
Yeah, but you're saying it takes too long. It took 18 months for City to get Haaland over the line. Darwin Núñez for a couple months. Arsenal, Darwin Núñez from the Champions League in January, they've been talking to him. But it's been months. Just because the deals are done the next day, and we don't see, Man United is all the eyes are on them. They're the clicks. United get all the clicks. So when you see things like rumours, this player signed for Liverpool, this player's gone to City. They've been working on him for a while. That's always the case.
Then again, it's being handled better. It's being handled better by other clubs.
Yeah, but okay, Tielemans has been in talks with Arsenal from last season.
Yeah.
So it's been over a year. So you're saying, why are we taking so long?
But that could be the player not wanting to go to Arsenal.
He said he wants to go
to Arsenal.
Yes, he goes. He wants to go. He wants to leave, and he's.
So what's the roadblock? Why is this died?
because Arsenal have stored on that deal to work on other ones because they know he's a certain. So they'd rather say, all right, can we get Rafinha? Can we get they got Jesus in? Can we get these other players because we kind of know. Now that's a risk because if someone else comes in,
it's a risk,
25 mil.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, that's a year in the making.
All right,
so
but it sounds like the club has more control over what's happening because on their end they don't want to pull the trigger just yet. But this isn't what's happening with United.
But if United just agreed to the terms, De Jong's our player. But what again? You're saying we shouldn't just bow down to these clubs and be rinsed. So we can't have it both ways. We can't say we want the deal done now, but we don't want to get rinsed because the owners and the structure it's all going to be the same.
I just think that the reason, like what you're saying, is because we don't handle transfers as good as other clubs do.
Yeah, but this is all right. In the past, 100%, I agree with you. But now we want to see how it's going to work out. If we get in, De Jong, Martinez, we've got Malacia in, Eriksen, and let's just say, I don't know, another player, Anthony, for example. You're talking about 150 mil for all them players. You're saying it's not good business. It's better business than we've done in the last couple of years.
Well, it's too early to say that because we can't say business is good until
I'm talking within the price range, the numbers.
All right.
You look at the numbers, and you're like, it looks like they're going in a different direction, and you can see. Malacia was everything was agreed for him to go to Lyon.
Yeah, and then
11 million.
Yeah.
Ten Hag wanted him at Ajax the year before, right? Didn't get him. The strategy could be that it's how about everyone else does the dog work? Because we know if we went straight in for Malacia, 30 million asking price because it's Man United, you got the money. But because now Lyon have asked 11 million, it's because like no worries, we'll give you 14 or 13, and you get him that way. Arsenal have gone in for Martinez, 30 million. If United go in for him, or it was 20 mil, and that's euros. If United then go in for him first, we get the United tax on top.
Yeah.
So you got to look at what is there going. I don't think we can judge the window right now until it's over.
It needs to be over.
If we get to the deadline day and now we're scraping for Callum Wilsons and Joshua Kings for Igalo's up front, then you're like, you know what? You guys haven't changed.
But that's what I'm saying is like I just think that from what we're seeing, the things that we're seeing, the signs for me are there that history could repeat itself. We can't speak matter of fact, bro. We're just talking about what we think is going to happen because bro, we don't have a crystal ball. And again, like you said, this has to be all done and dusted so we can judge. But I'm just saying that while we're in the thick of it, bro, I see the same patterns of transfer talk, all this stuff, and I just don't think that there's going to be an effect. Like you said, we have to be patient, but I think we have to be more patient than what United fans are willing to be at the moment.
Yeah, and absolutely, and that's what I mean, by you can't have it both ways. You can't have, we shouldn't spend money on all these big star players, but then you're crying that we're not getting De Jong or De Jong's not coming. At the end of the day, you can't change the player's decision. If they want to get rid of him, just the fact that we're still in talks and still on the cusp of maybe getting him, there's something that he still wants to come. There has to be something with the manager and all that, but you can't. It's not like if there was no chance at all of getting him, they're still there hunting him down. They'll move on to the next target. They moved on with Darwin Núñez, and what usually United would do is get the next best thing in line and panic and get another striker. And then
in that regards, improvement for sure. So we missed the target,
and that's what Klopp and Pep and always the guys at City and Liverpool always do. Last year they didn't get Harry Kane. They didn't go out and buy 50 million on another player for their second choice. They waited till they got the number one target, got Jack Grealish, which was another position that maybe for this season he'll be a bit more involved with maybe some players going out. Sterling apparently is a done deal to Chelsea as well. So they're already planning ahead. Yeah. So there's no point of now jumping.
But they weren't desperate like we are. True? They weren't.
But City are winning titles. City are winning leagues.
But that's my point in them not being desperate.
Yeah, but... not being desperate, but it's like United...
Are we desperate at the moment?
Well, is Arsenal chasing Tielemans for 1 year desperate?
But we're not Arsenal either, bro. I'm talking about us now. We're talking about us.
You're saying, are we, of course, we're in a way, yes, we are desperate, but at the same time, we're not going to go by, we're Manchester United. This is what we're offering. We're happy with the terms, but instead of individual bonuses, we wanted a team bonus. If we win domestic trophies, you'll get them bonuses. And that's what Barcelona now don't want to agree on. I think personal terms from what I've heard, they're in principle, they're agreed, because if he stays at Barcelona, they're reduced. His wage will be reduced massively. United have improved on that reduced wage. So I don't think he's going to be on the same that he was at Barcelona at the moment. It will be below, from what I heard, 250 million. 250,000.
A week?
A week? The board hasn't changed, bro. The board hasn't changed. So it's still lower from what, I don't know how true it is, but from 250 a week.
What would you imagine Malacia would be on?
See, that I don't know, man. I don't know.
Be interesting to see, right? I think that's a good tester of where we're at as a club.
That's right.
With this wage
if he's on
structure,
100 grand, then yeah, they haven't changed really. But I think the wage structure, they are trying to.
I reckon it will be on 100, but
I don't think so. I reckon it'll be in the 50s.
That'll be nah. You reckon?
Yeah.
I'll be impressed by
there should be something. There should be something in the contract.
And surely some incentives.
With performances and all that sort of stuff, and that's what they should do. That's what exactly every contract
that's
should be.
a good sign.
If you don't make Champions, like now, they didn't make Champions League, everyone gets pay cuts. That's your fault.
100%.
That's your fault, and I think we all agree on that. But like, Seb, who would you want to bring in though? Like, we know, like, the ones that are linked now, the Anthonys, the Yongs and all that, just stories, and whether we're taking too long or not, they're the ones that we're rumoured with. Who would you like to get in? Who would you think will suit this system, suit Ten Hag, and I think going forward, it makes our team look a little bit better. At least.
Going forward, bro, like I said, I want some players in the molds of your Tielemans who've got Premier League experience, which I think is like damn near vital these days, bro. Because people just come to England and they're not ready for it. It takes players a while to get involved and up to speed with the game. And I think a concern of mine with De Jong, for instance, is that he won't be up to speed with the game, and it'll take him a little too long and maybe get discouraged by the struggles, especially playing for Man United, because we're not going to steamroll any team, which we're just not. All right, that's not, and your confidence needs to come from deep within if you're going to play for us, because like I know you said it before, we are Manchester United, but not on the pitch. We're not. You know what I mean? And that's a fact. I want players. Look, Christian Eriksen for me is a great shout. Again, Premier League experience. He's torn teams apart week after week after week. So I think that's a safe bet. Wages will probably be a bit bigger because he's a he'd be, but he's a free transfer, but he's a free transfer.
So there's no transfer fee.
Exactly, right? So, but pay him. He's established. I think he can add a lot. And again, this isn't. I'm not going to say players that need to start every game, but just to make the group better. All right, Tielemans wouldn't have to play every game. He'll make the team better. Another player for me.
It's interesting though. Like, no one. Not just, I know Arsenal's the favourites or they're the only ones in for him, but there's no one else actually.
Bro, he's not a blockbuster. That's why. And but he plays for Belgium.
Bro, but like,
I think so too.
He is. Like, he's a fucking good player.
He's a very good player. But
United wanted him when he was at Anderlecht still.
There you go, bro.
You know what I mean?
Maybe it's time now. Like, he's got the Premier League experience.
Look, I'll be happy with the Tielemans, to be honest.
Right, it'd be amazing. Amazing. And I think
hijack Arsenal's another deal.
Another one.
Even
just
better,
a bit sweeter, right? A bit sweet, like that proper 12 over there. But that's just one guy I think can add a lot by not spending too much and not bringing a lot of focus to the one player. Another player I want, obviously, Maguire needs to be somewhere else.
Go on holiday in Greece.
On holiday, yeah. Please. And I would like to see, and that's probably going to be biased, he's a Uruguayan, but Jose Maria Jimenez, who plays for Atletico Madrid, and he's a starting centre-back. I think this kid can move. He's quick. He's got the football brain. He's got the passion to win at all costs. Yeah. And he's not so crazy like your Marcos Rojas used to be. He's composed. And I think that he can add a lot of structure. Right next to Varane. Yeah. You know, they both played in La Liga against each other for years. They both won trophies for their clubs. And this guy, 27 years old, it's a beautiful age where he's been around the block. He knows how to play, and I think he'll come with confidence. And I think he can match the Premier League speed. He's got good size, and Varane and Jimenez, for me, perfect balance to give that midfield in front of him a bit of confidence for once. And it wouldn't cost him. I reckon he'd be in the region of about 40 mil.
Yeah, that's if he wants to. That's if they're willing to sell. That's another thing.
But man, we can take these clubs on. We can take on Atletico in transfers. You said we are not on the field,
at the same time,
but offer them the chance to rebuild us.
We really, at the moment, we really need to sell it to players.
100%, bro. 100%, and not with the wages.
And I even said it when Oli was in charge. I even said it. I'm like, just because Oli's the manager, because I remember Kev saying, in the group chat video, it's like, Yeah, but who wants to come? Who can Ollie attract? And I said back then, I go, it's not about who Ollie can attract. It's Manchester United. The name itself attracts players. Since then, it's a lot has changed, right?
Of course.
And now it's not about the name anymore. It's about what's the project? What can you offer?
Yeah, what do I want to be a part of?
Yeah, where's the club? How is the club going forward? And at the moment, they really need to now. Unfortunately, they need to sell it to sell the project to players.
Yeah,
and you know what? One bonus that we have is Ten Hag in that situation, because we know, all right, you can say it's the Dutch league, okay, but you look at what he did in the Champions League in that 2019 side, and his team got ripped apart and came back next season and did it again. Performances
we can take
season, twice they beat Dortmund. 4-0 or 4-1 twice.
But see, that's what we need to learn from this manager and his experiences at a smaller club, which is essentially like a feeder club to the bigger clubs of Europe, right? Because that's what they were. They got dismantled, like you said, after that Champions League run, but he rebuilt. Now we been trying to rebuild from a manager 10 years ago, all right? We haven't been able to do that. We've tried to rebuild the squad multiple times with these big signings, you know, like it doesn't work. We need Ten Hag to kind of show United as a club what he went through in losing all of his best players and still coming back almost just, I won't say as strong, but almost just as strong. And through not your traditional channels, bro. Like these guys find players in the most obscure locations. You know what I mean? Like we need to be on that. We need our new Cristiano Ronaldo. You know what I mean?
And that's why I thought getting rid of Ralph Rangnick, we went 10 steps back. The alcohol's kicking in.
Was that us or was that Ralph? You reckon?
I think there's a few different ways. I think the club might have got rid of him. You know, I can see.
To be honest, do you reckon in the media?
I could see that. They got rid of him because all the stuff that he was saying in the press conferences. At the same time, I can also see from when Ten Hag was asked about him in the press conference, is Ralph Rangnick going to stay on and what's your relationship, blah blah blah. The only thing that he replied with was that's the decision up to the club. So that to me
nothing personal, no feeling.
Yeah, that's a decision up to, that to me means I'll have a chat to you. You can tell me what you can give me your analysis on a lot of these players, but the final decision on recruitment, whether he said I make the final decision, and whether he's got his own scouts out there doing the work. I believe that maybe Ten Hag as well plays a part where he didn't want him there as well.
Okay.
But Ralph Rangnick he wanted Alvarez, that's now at Manchester City. He wanted Diaz, that's now at Liverpool. He wanted Vlahovic, now that's at Juve. Even in the past, Joshua Kimmich, your Manes, your Firminos, your Fabinhos, all these players at these clubs.
They ended up
the Haaland, not so much Haaland. Haaland. He was at the RB, like he was at the RB. Yes, right. Even Haaland as well when he went from Mulder to Salzburg. So these players he's identified, and like you said, the players that no one really knows about. They're the players that we could have been going for, but at the moment we got to see with the new regime and the new.
But on top of that, bro, like are we gonna see, like say we get these players that we don't know about? Is it going to be another Dan James situation? Because I remember when we signed Daniel James, I thought, yeah, that's a good... Like, I don't know much about him. I got hope for him. You know, I'm sure he's going to come into his own at the club. We didn't give him a chance to do that because we were using him so much. And we can't have these little young players run the team and depend on them every game. And then, like this, our patience goes away with these players. We think, oh, what a shit signing.
I think it's a situation that we're currently in because we need... The mentality was we need results now. Or Liverpool's winning trophies. They're one away from equaling
we're scared.
English titles. You know what I mean? And City so close to winning the Champions Leagues and all that sort of stuff. So it's a bit of a panic. But when you're getting players for, like Liverpool bought Minamino for 5 million, 6 million, and they got rid of him now for 16, 15. So it's like, yeah, it didn't work out, but it doesn't matter.
But it worked out financially.
If financially it worked out, okay, him as a player didn't work out. He scored in some important games and all that sort of stuff. But losing him is now not a big deal. We tried to make it work. Maybe he wasn't the right player.
But on the same side, I don't think the Liverpool fans were hounding him saying, fuck, he's shit, he's got to go. It's not like that. But we did that with
that's
these
the problem
players.
that's the problem with our fan base. And I said it before, with Liverpool when Klopp came in, the fans were patient. 6th coming 5th, 6th, 7th. Fans were patient. you know. And
but they could see that eye test you were talking about earlier.
That's what I'm saying. There's identity, and that's what us fans now, we need to back this manager. Even if the manager comes in and says, you know, McTominay and Fred, I want to play him as well.
Yeah.
Donny, I don't think you're built for the Prem. We now have to sit back. Some of us got to apologise to Ollie for that, and Ralph and Carrick. No one wanted Fred McTominay to play. If now Ten Hag goes, you know what, Fred, yeah, I can see what they're doing in training. They everything I'm telling them to do with my philosophy and my system, they're doing. So I want them on the pitch. What are we then saying as fans? Are we saying Ten Hag out because these two are playing?
We gotta let them play and see again what happens.
If Maguire starts every game,
bro.
This is the thing. As a fan base now, where do we want to go? What are we? As soon as we're not happy with the decision that the manager makes, are we straight away on his case, on his back? Because then again, it's gonna rinse and repeat. The same things happen.
Right, but what would you say? What would you say if come first game of the season? Right, we're gonna have a couple new players, whatever. But you still see that core from the last few seasons and stuff. Like, let's say 5 weeks into the Premier League, and we've got maybe 3 wins, 2 draws. All right, let's just say that. And we're seeing Fred and McTominay start every week.
We've got Liverpool in the 3rd game, so I don't know.
I'll take the 3 wins, 2 draws.
Okay, yeah.
Then they got to stay on. But I'm just saying,
if you see Fred and McTominay, it depends.
This is where we got to test this patience theory that we're talking about, right? Because I do believe we have to have patience. But if we're 5 weeks in and I'm seeing Fred and McTominay starting and Harry Maguire, and it's more of the same, I'm not going to have that patience that I was just talking about. Yeah, because then we're not seeing changes.
Okay, but then who are you directing your anger at? Because then to me personally, the way I would look at that situation, I would say that he's getting told to play these players. That means Ten Hag needs to come out, say something, or leave for your own sake.
But then Ralph said something and got sent out the door.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't ruin your career, your manager career, because the owners or whoever, he's English, Rashford's English, he should play. If he's not good enough to play, then you're on the bench. But he should have the same attitude. And from what I've been hearing at the moment, in terms of training and all that sort of stuff, he's really hard on him.
Yeah.
And if you're not performing, I don't care who you are. I don't know what name you got, whether you're Bruno Fernandes, whether you're Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's also when we're talking about Ronaldo as well. I believe that Ten Hag has come in and goes, you know what, but I don't really need you. And now that could be one theory of, you know what, I don't need you. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm probably going to use you, but my other plans are elsewhere. And the Ronaldo's probably come out and goes, he's made it out like he wants to leave, to make it out like
it's his decision, not getting
his decision.
But
it could be. I'm not saying it's it, but it could be a.
But see, to say we don't need him, all right? Now,
but Ten Hag says.
Ten Hag says I don't need. But he's saying this based on the squad that he has now, and obviously his future plans, right? But plans don't always go to, like, I think.
Yeah, 100%.
As a fan, look, people have been debating whether or not Ronaldo was positive for us or negative. I'm gonna say this as a United fan. He's given us more moments of celebration in the last season than I've felt in the past 5, all right? Now, whether that's a bit, face value, not thinking about the situation enough, fair enough. But, bro, like, watching the games on the weekend as a fan, like every other fan, like, he gave me moments of sheer excitement plenty of times over through that year. To say that we don't need him, or if Ten Hag doesn't need him just yet, that makes me worried because, like, fair enough, you think you don't need him, but what do we have then if not him at the moment? And you must have something very concrete lined up to feel that way. Yeah, because Rashford's not going to be our number one. Malacia, I hope these guys do. Look, I would love to not need Ronaldo.
At the end of the day, a 37, 38-year-old, he's not the future, bro. So what are we trying to do? At the end of the day,
we need a bit of the future and a bit of now, bro. That's what I'm saying. You need to combine these things,
look,
bro.
There was rumors that he was going to make him captain. So what does?
Yeah,
I'm just saying. It could be a possibility where Ronaldo trying to save face and say no, I want to leave instead.
I get that. I
mean? So, or it could be one of them things where he's putting pressure on the board to make these deals and hurry up with them.
Yeah.
To say what you want me to stay, but you're not signing anyone. I don't care if you have a new strategy, but why can't you get this player? Because at the moment, to be honest, Ronaldo is probably one of our main transfer strategies in terms of
getting players.
Yeah.
100%.
Like, let's be real. Like,
we don't have Champions League, but we got Ronaldo.
Like, for a lot of players, it's a chance to play. That's why Lingard stayed. Not because he's gonna. Oh, Manchester United, he had a great. He could have easily gone to West Ham and killed it as well, like he did at the back end of the last season.
But that's kind of fucked.
But exactly it is, because everyone thinks for themselves. Everyone wants to play with these players, bro.
Ronaldo, little life experiences. I got to do this.
That's
like,
what I
good
mean.
for you,
And
but what the club
that's
do?
why after he scored in the opening game
Yeah, he
at
made him.
Newcastle,
Yeah.
he was on the same score sheet as him. He can put that up. He assisted him against Villarreal and all that stuff. And
That's so trivial as a
Yeah, but
footballer,
bro,
bro. You need trophies. You want trophies with Ronaldo, not
yeah,
fucking.
but you know when you idolize,
score sheets.
but you know when you idolize, you got heroes and stuff, and your opportunity to play for them once in a lifetime
Yeah.
ever. It's like when people like once in a lifetime to watch someone play.
Yeah.
Like for us, obviously in Australia, we don't get that chance, right? So any opportunity you get to watch a player just to see him in the flesh
Yeah,
live,
yeah.
people want to take them opportunities, and it could be that too, bro. But like, he's our only hope of signing players. Like I said, some of the players that you said there, bro, 100%. Jimenez, I'll take Jimenez for sure. We're linked with Pau Torres for Villarreal 2 years ago. Yeah, but I seen him
Bit
get
soft
ripped
on him,
apart.
yeah.
Ripped apart against Liverpool. But I'd rather go, like you said, I'd rather go for a Jimenez instead. Tielemans, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Instead of I'd rather pay the 25 mil instead of getting Eriksen on a free. You know, you got a bit more longevity with him.
Yeah, but I'd even do both, bro. I really would. I
The
really
three
would.
squad depth, 100%. I'll go for. I've been fucking banging his drum for a while.
Yeah.
Edson Alvarez. You know, he's a player that I've watched a few times at Ajax, and I think he could solve our DM problems.
Yeah.
Because obviously Declan Rice probably will be my number one choice, but the price tag is not.
It's just not worth it, right?
Not worth it. They don't even waste
that
time.
to me is against just
Yeah,
it sends a message
But that's
out to
why-
the rest of the
but
clubs
that's
like
why-
they're
that's
still
why
gonna
no
pay.
one has really, and even as soon as Wolves put a price tag on
Neves.
Neves, no one is in for
Yeah,
him now.
dead.
He's no one team, one club is after Neves now, and you gotta ask
it's-
yourself the question. No, you're not worth that much anymore. I think everyone's looked at the market and like, no, we're going with a different structure. We're not gonna get rinsed. We don't want to overpay. I'll get Edson Alvarez. When I've seen him play, right, especially when your left and right backs are bombing up the field, and especially with us the last couple of seasons,
how exposed we get.
we get so exposed,
Yeah.
right? We get so exposed. Luke Shaw, Tellers go down the wing. Maguire, we lose the ball. Maguire shifts across to try and make the tackle. What happens in the middle? There's a hole. Edson Alvarez always covers that channel, always drifts across. He covers that channel, and now Maguire can stay put. Varane can be there, and all Wan-Bissaka or Delay have to do is look at the play on next to him.
Yeah.
So
And
he makes the jobs easier. Intercepts passes. He's got a sixth sense. He can see where the next pass is going.
That's
so
that
steps
football
in.
IQ that we need. That the
Exactly
little,
right, bro.
little things.
And that's why he works so well. He works so well at Ajax with him. And I think, off memory, I think he came in as a centre back. I think he came in as a centre back to replace De Ligt, but then he got put into that defensive midfield role. And for me, he's technically, like, on the ball, he's probably not the best. But if you have someone like De Jong in front to give you that balance and to complement him, it works.
Yeah.
You know, but then again,
but that's a
then
big
again,
part of it. That's the puzzle piece that has to all work together.
but then again, like, it could be that he's our savior in that DM role, or he's just the Medellin McTominay. Do you know what I mean?
Medellin
The
McTominay,
Medellin
I love that one.
McTominay. Do you know what I mean? It could work out. It's the Premier League. It's a different ball game at the end of the day.
That's
That's
right.
just from what I see, right? I'll get Dumfries at right back as well. He's a decent player for Inter Milan. Not expensive as well. So you're not. It's not 60 mils. You're looking at your 30s, 25s.
Man, you can do a lot of damage with a little.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean?
That's right. I don't mind this whole Martinez thing. Is he going to play centre back for us? A left side at centre back, which Maguire's position. We're looking to get him in.
Do you think that Ten Hag has confidence in Maguire?
I don't know, bro. I don't think Maguire's back in training yet because he was on internationals and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
He deserves
bro.
a break
see what
after the great
happens.
season he had.
And that's another thing as well, bro. If Ten Hag, with his coaching staff, because at the end of the day, Ten Hag takes those training sessions. All he did, he left it to McKenna and Carrick and all these guys. If you can get them playing a little bit better, 50% better what they were playing this season, you never know, bro. Like, there could be something in Maguire where do the basics right. You're not doing stupid challenges. You're not out of position. You're not giving away like errors to
And
errors
not always
to goal.
trying to pass it amongst each other at the back.
That's
a big
it, and
thing,
be
bro. They need to
confident.
fuck
And
that
that's why I want De Jong I want De Jong to come in, because if you look at the stats as well, there's a high percentage of De Jong where he picks up the ball from the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
So off the kickoff, which means bypass Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which is good, always good.
And if you got Alvarez there, he can always pick up the pieces if we do lose the ball. But that's one thing for me. If we're deciding to play out from the back, every time we went to Maguire, Lindelof, it was like slow motion. Like, who do I pass
Slow
to now?
motion and then just bomb it down the field as far as I can.
Yeah, so
try to find
might as well
Ronaldo.
De Gea kicked it down the field.
Exactly, 100%.
But with De Jong, to give you that balance, he comes in, receives the ball. Now look to play out from the back.
See, and that's what I was hoping.
And then also, sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Also, I want to see Ten Hag improve Bruno. I've always said it. Tactical discipline of a cat. Doesn't know whether he's here. Doesn't know where he's there. Am I playing a false nine? Am I a number 10? What am I? If you got Alvarez and De Jong, and then say to Bruno, you got a bit of a free roll. But I don't want you going past the 8. Do you know when you got the 18-yard box?
Yeah.
The gaps on the
Stay
side there.
yeah.
Stay inside that half. So shift across, a bit of a free roll. If you have to, let's just say if Ronaldo's still here for the sake of the argument, if Ronaldo drops in and you make the run over the top like we've seen a few times this season, it could work out. But positionally, he needs to be a lot disciplined than he was this season.
100%.
And that's what I want the manager to improve these
That's
players.
it. I think that with the players that we already have, right, that have been here for a while, like, they're not shit players, right? Like, that's the truth. They're not shit players. As shit as we have been, it's a collective issue. Yeah. So, again, Bruno, I think, was out of his mind trying to pick up the slack from everywhere else, and in that lost his own way. Yeah. All right. But that being said, we need Bruno. We still need Bruno. All right. He has. I think that in the last. Man, since Fergie left, I don't think we've had one signing that has transformed the team just like he has, all right? Just a proper positive impact.
Yeah.
Exactly. Lift the players around him. Ronaldo might be the next one, okay, coming back, because players looked happy for a while and then it all went to shit. But again, the collective is what's wrong. So if we can have a team that knows their role as a collective and to help each other out, with less egos involved, that is how we can get back. Because Martial has had a nightmare.
Yeah. Even
when we signed him, even on loan, he was one of my favorite players because the potential was just too much, bro. Like, there's a beautiful footballer there who just, again, lost his way.
Technically, he's one of our best players, and if Ten Hag can use that, maybe he keeps him. There's no buyers out for Martial.
Nah.
So
I want to keep him, bro. But I want him to do good, bro.
Yeah, look, for me, if he goes, I'm cool with that.
I'll be cool with it too,
because I believe that a lot of not just him, a lot of the players. You've had your second chance and your third chance. And Martial is not one that I've really got on his back about that. There's probably worse players. Yeah. But bro, when the chance is there, you got to take him. When you're versing, when you get a chance like against Middlesbrough in the cups, this is where you got to run amok. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Show why you're at Man United, not Middlesbrough.
Exactly why. But yeah, bro, like it is gonna be interesting to see what happens. I mean, look, we could see here. There was another centre midfielder, Edson Alvarez, that was at River Plate as well.
Yeah.
For 15 million, bro. 15 mil. And now Benfica have taken him. And now I guarantee you City or United are going to buy this guy for 40, 50 mil.
Yeah, well on top.
Yeah, in the next couple of years.
I just think that when we have targets in mind that aren't fucking blockbuster signings, I just think that
you should get them done.
You should get them done, but we don't get them done because
but Malacia got done. He was in literally a week. It was done.
Brilliant, bro.
Yeah,
brilliant.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
but I think that in the past, what stopped us is those higher ups that I think haven't changed yet.
I think
and they don't see the influx of cash,
I think
the excitement. They're scared of another Dan James. Let's just say, but we can't look at these transfers like. You gotta back
the manager, because if it goes wrong, it's you, bro.
Yeah,
you wanted these guys,
up. And we know why.
And you're on the chopping block, 100%.
Yeah.
But when it comes to some of these other players like Yuri and Timber that he wanted from Ajax as well, Van Gaal has got into his head, if you don't get game time, you're not going to play in the World Cup. You can't be blackmailing these players. And now it's playing on his mind. I wouldn't be surprised if we get him in January after the World Cup. And let's be honest. There's not long. We're only playing 3 months of football before the World Cup, and then it's the transfer window.
There's a small testing period there, and then your performances can.
So even if you don't get all your targets now, you only maybe a quarter of the season. Not even you'll be playing. 10, 15 games. Yeah. Let's just say before the World Cup.
Yeah.
So then you got an opportunity in that January window to get these players in if they wanted to play the World Cup. But then I see it in a way of, if you're worried you're not going to get game time over Harry Maguire and Bailly and Phil Jones, then bro, you don't got the mentality.
Yeah,
because it has to be a mentality thing as well. So there's a lot of things. Look, there's a lot of things that come into play, Seb. It will be interesting to see in the next couple of days. Obviously, the whole Ronaldo wants out.
Yeah, that plays a big part in our future.
The Young deal off. You know, the Young deal's not happening now. All these things, bro, rumors and the way these foreign journalists translate things, it could the misinterpretation and all that sort of stuff.
Even the narrative that is set in the newspapers and all the things that we read, it all has a part to play.
Yeah. But look, definitely be interesting, bro. We're gonna have to do another video soon in the next couple of weeks to talk about if there's any movement. Obviously, in about 2 weeks, a week and a half, or in a week they'll be on pre-season. And in about 2 weeks, they're going to be here in Melbourne. So I'll be flying out there to see, and hopefully there is a few new signings. Is
Maguire coming?
I don't know. Why do you want to?
No, but say give him a slap for me, bro.
Or do you want to just put him in the back of the boot and then
kidnap for what? What's he going to be good for? I guess if he's with me, he can't play for United.
Can we give him? Maybe you got a job. You're looking for a role, managerial role.
Maybe.
Can't trust him, mate. You can't trust him. Maybe. He'll fumble that as well.
Fumble, yeah. But look, before we wrap it up, Butch. All right, with what we know at the moment, with the situations going on with these players, with the stories about transfers and what could happen, let's assume 60% of the transfers that we're linked with happen. What's your prediction? I don't want a prediction. What's your feeling of how we're going to go in the next 12 months?
My prediction is we're going to see better football. Definitely going to more triangles than Will and Jada. More triangles. I want to see. I want to see good football, man. I want to see. I've seen trophies. I've seen trebles. I've seen Champions League. I've seen Premier Leagues. The last couple of seasons, bro, the football has been that bad.
It's like it's a new club,
bro. They can't make a 1 meter pass. Yeah. That's what kills me. It's not about the result at times for me. It's like, bro, even when we've I remember us winning a game and I go, I've been so angry that the performance has been that shocking. Definitely better performances. I would like to see a trophy. I think Europa League is a bit more realistic, even more realistic than the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, because the quality of teams obviously in the Premier League, like City, Liverpool, Chelsea, if they're all in the Europa League, they're definitely the favourites to win it, right? Yeah. So I believe the FA Cups are going to be a bit more harder, but I would like to see us progress. Can't be knocking out to any Championship League One teams. Forget that.
No more,
you want to get knocked out, you get knocked out in a grudge match between City or something, Liverpool. And what else I want to see as well, Seb, is when we play City, when we play Liverpool, let it be competitive.
Fucking fearless, boys.
Not this fucking 5-0. We're getting touched up. It's the Neverland Ranch here. We're getting touched up all over. Subbed up. Players are leaving, hamstring injuries and calf injuries, and and all that sort of stuff getting sent off. Against the big teams, we need to be competitive.
Lose respectfully. Fuck it, bro. I'll take 5-0 if you guys were fucking going. I would take it.
I'm not taking. I can't do another 5-0, bro. I can't do another 5-0.
A 5-0 compared to what we've seen in the last few years, bro. But where they just accept from the start. I just want to see some desire, bro. At least just make it look like you want to win, bro. Because how could we be at home on the other side of the world wanting you to win more than you do? How is it possible?
Crazy, bro. They all these players sign up to the club. We're here to win trophies. Show us.
Bro. Do you know what the selling point? You know what the selling point to sign for United is? Be a part of the history that rebuilt the club to where it was. Just not that long ago.
At the moment,
be that.
At the moment, all these players literally they've ripped down everything Sir Alex built in the last 20, 30 years. You know what I mean? They've ripped that all down. The amount of effort Sir Alex and them squads put in to overtake Liverpool in terms of English titles.
With some pathetic teams, all right?
Some crap teams,
Some pathetic teams.
These guys have just gone out and just ripped it all apart. Not just these teams, the teams in the past as well.
Everything.
But look, Seb, definitely a great chat on everything Man United here. Definitely we'll get back onto it in the next couple of weeks to see where these transfer window
keep touching base about what
definitely let us know what you guys think about some of these transfers. Who do you guys want in? Who comes in and who improves United? Is there players out there that you guys have watched, you guys have seen in other leagues that you think improve this squad? bit of a scout report. You'll give us the names. We'll do a quick video on them.
Yeah, man.
Suss them out. The big name. We know the big names.
Yeah.
We know the Mbappes and Messis are not coming. You know what I mean? All these we know.
We might get Messi.
We might get Mbappe as the next manager soon, you know, or football director. You never know.
Fuck yeah, you're
But
right.
with these Tielemans is a good shout. I know Arsenal. I know Steve, the Aussie Gruner, is banging his drum for over a year. He's banging his drum.
Yeah.
You know, he's just about to get on the plane and take him to North London himself.
Kidnap him.
Kidnap him, yeah. So let us know what you guys think about the transfer, the rumours of United at the moment.
The state of the club.
The state of the club. Ronaldo wants out. Is that a good? Maybe when Ronaldo said he wants to make United great again a couple of weeks ago, he meant that I need to leave to make him great. You never know, though. You never know.
Man.
You never know.
I don't think he sees himself as the problem. That's for sure.
Definitely not. But look, guys, we'll definitely be back in the next couple of weeks as well with even more transfer news with other clubs. Also, we do got the Kit Rumerator episode 6 and 7 with Seba drop in as well very soon, maybe before this video or maybe after this video. Just so make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified when them videos drop. But until next time, guys, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff, and we'll see you on the next one. Take it easy.